I'm Joe Reed, and this is Behind the Mic with AudioFile magazine. Publisher Michele Cobb is with me this week, and we are doing full cast productions, correct?
That is correct.
And which one are we doing today?
Yellow Face, a semi-autobiographical comedy by David Henry Hwang, starring Daniel Dae Kim and a full cast.
This is really, I think this is an extraordinary play. It's so brave. I mean, I just admire David Henry Hwang for writing this play because, boy, he certainly holds a mirror to himself.
Yes, and it wasn't something that I was super familiar with. I knew that, I'll give you the setup. If you remember, many years ago, there was a play called Miss Saigon, and in it was cast Jonathan Pryce, who is a very famous British actor, as an Asian character. And so David Henry Hwang kind of fought against this happening and not being, authentic casting, all of that. And then he goes on to write a play called Face Value, specifically about the controversy and his role in the controversy. And then he satirizes and fictionalizes events from his life, all while providing great insight and holding everyone, including himself, accountable. Because in the play, his semi autobiographical David Henry Hwang casts a Caucasian in his play, and then he kind of makes up a backstory for him about how he's really Asian.
And that's what Yellowface is about.
That was convoluted, yeah.
It is a little convoluted, but it is also it's so brave, and I find act 1 is so funny, and then act 2, it becomes, I think, much more serious.
It's true. I mean, it really is amusing when you hear Daniel Dae Kim playing David Henry Hwang digging himself out of this hole. He just does not know how to get around the fact that he's betraying his own cause. He's questioning his loyalty and he just digs in. And that's really funny. But then the consequences, I don't think it's telling you too much to say that the play fails and he's dealing with the fallout of it. Those things are serious, but it was just such a fun listen at the same
Yeah.
time. It's less than 2 hours. The cast is fantastic. And in fact, Daniel Dae Kim is now on Broadway at the Roundabout Theater doing this play.
That's right, it's just
So,
opening, which
yeah.
I definitely wanna go and see it. Tell us about how it's working as audio.
Oh, it works great. I mean, they've got the soundscape enough and they've got all the actors interacting and many of them play themselves. Let's just listen to a little. You'll get a sense.
Okay, here we go. This is Yellowface, a semi-autobiographical comedy by David Henry Hwang, and it's performed by Daniel Dae Kim and a full cast.
And this is when the producers are flying Marcus, who ultimately is a Caucasian, out for an audition of Yellowface, but they can't ask him about his race.
I'm not sure what you're...
What did your family celebrate?
Just the usual, like any other American.
Of course you were.
We had a Christmas tree and...
Hey, you don't happen to speak any foreign languages, do you?
Is one needed for the part?
No, I was just...
Good, because I'm still struggling with English.
Really?
No, I was making a...
A joke!
Not very...
See, Marcus, I like to be direct.
Okay.
We are... How should I put this? Oh, God. We are looking to cast this role with an Asian.
As you should.
So that's all right with you?
Well, my background is so mixed up, it's hard to keep track. My father is Jewish, and there are some people who believe that the lost tribe of Israel wound up in China.
And that's how you ended up being cast, right? In an Asian American play?
Sure.
You felt comfortable in your role?
I loved it. And I did a lot of research. Shikaraganai.
I love it when David says something like, I like to be, honest, to get straight to the point, and then you see him beat around that bush 17 more times.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
I mean, it's interesting that this was written a ways back. It was originally produced
Yeah,
in 2007, but everything is like super
completely.
relevant now. It's almost predictive of what is going to happen
Yeah.
in the future.
It's just smart in a way that there's nothing didactic about it.
Yes, and because the author is not afraid to make fun of himself,
Oh, completely not.
you can empathize and picture yourself in the situation.
I can't wait to listen to it. Thank you, Michelle.
You're most welcome.
Brilliance Publishing brings you the sound of storytelling and is the sponsor of today's episode of Behind the Mic. And stop by audiofilemagazine.com where you can find reviews for literally hundreds of audiobooks so you can make an informed listening choice. I'm Jo Reed. I'll talk to you tomorrow.